Precision Optics in Ocean Springs is in the business of shaping glass into the highest precision optics possible for scopes, lasers, light refraction, you name it, for industrial companies around the world, and often for the U.S. military.
These are optics that typically would go into other high precision equipment, and that equipment can be military equipment. For example, it can be anything from submarine periscope optics to sighting, laser range finding, targeting devices. We also make optics for the commercial market, and they can be for the semiconductor industry. The semiconductor industry use would be, it would go into equipment that would inspect semiconductor wafer chips for defects, for example. It can be high-end telecommunication equipment. It can be medical equipment. Most of our optics go into equipment, and so we're selling to other businesses as opposed to optics that's sold to the retail market.
Well, you know, when somebody hears lens creation, they usually think of eyeglasses. But the stuff that we make here goes in stuff from like CAT scans to the little Predator drones you see flying in the war we got now, and monocles, stuff people use to see far away, like binoculars, but like one eyepiece, stuff like that. Well, I take a raw material, glass, and I use one of these CNC machines, and I cut a shape into it using, you know, lubricants and diamond tools. And then I also use these other CNC machines to polish the surface to certain customer specifications, whether it be, you know, the overall shape of it or the clarity and the focal point. We change all that. You know, we were able to manipulate all those variables.
Something as simple as the weather can affect how your glass polishes out or how even the mill responds. When you're dealing with microns, you know, the slightest change is, you know, noticeable. So, yeah, just it's a challenge continuously. Even after 10 years, I'm still challenged.
The work done here at Precision Optics is extremely specialized, so employees receive most of their training on the job.
The work is very detailed. You have to be very methodical. We look for somebody that is more analytical in their thinking, is good at problem solving. You're working with your hands, you're operating equipment. It's a very clean, safe environment, but there's a little different mindset or approach to this type of work.
It's really mostly hands-on stuff, you know, where it's like centering, and there's a little math involved where you have to, you know, they show you how to create the formulas so you can generate certain curves, or, you know, we have to read the print itself, which is the control document from the customer stating what they want. It's got all the dimensions on it, and that takes a certain amount of time to be able to, you know, translate that information to something that we can use, you know, with the machines for it. This is a real, it's like a craft, it's a skill. I've been doing it for about 7 years, and, you know, I've gotten a lot better throughout the years. It was really challenging when I first started, and it was kind of a drive for me, you know, to beat it, to accomplish it. And it's just fun to, you know, to be able to get all these different sizes and, you know, just different needs of the customer and meet them.
You know, starting with nothing, or not really nothing, just starting with something that's not a usable piece of an optic, and then you end up with this beautiful precision piece of equipment. With it being glass, definitely makes it very unique, because I've spoken with a lot of machine operators that do metal, and just the amount of precision in optics is so much higher precision. And there's also way less room for error in optics, so if you like that, being anal retentive about things and having to be careful, definitely, you know, this is definitely different than any other manufacturing job.
Most of the employees are optical technicians, and we use that as a broad term. That person may be a polisher, a miller. They may do some shaping of the glass. The the precision glass that we use, there's a large variety of types with different characteristics to the glass. So there are over 1,000 different types of optical glasses, and they perform differently when you fabricate them. For the optical technician positions, inspector positions, we have employees with high school degrees, high school equivalent degrees. associate art degrees, some with college degrees that do this.
Man, there's so much stuff to learn here. One of the first things I remember coming here was they say you'll never stop learning. You'll be here 10 years and you'll still be learning. And it's true, you know. There's always something new you can learn to contribute, you know, to the company. I've been here 7 years. There's people who've been here 30 years, and that's pretty amazing. You know, the company itself is owned by a family, and they're a great bunch of people. They kind of treat us all like we're family. And there's a lot of benefits, you know, to working here. We get health benefits and paid weekly, which, you know, that's not too common nowadays. You can do something like this and, you know, still have that other life, time for that other, you know, those dreams. So that's the biggest thing about this place.
There's always going to be a need for manufacturing, so job security, absolutely. And because PFG is a leader in precision optics, that's another reason this place is job security, because we try to stay at that forefront of the optics. You know, and every time they go, you know, to like California and these big optic events and gatherings, people always talk, it's through the industry nationwide, you know, PFG, how precise this place is.
As you can see, Precision Optics offers people just like you specialized, creative, and exciting careers.